Hello, everybody. You're listening to Money Grows on Trees. I'm your host, Pastor Alfred. Money Grows on Trees is a series of broadcasts where I highlight certain portions of information in books that I'm currently writing or have already written that have something to do with money. Today, I would like to tell you to assign a fixed time frame for TV and online video. Never watch TV or online video outside your designated time frame. Let's look at the book of Psalms 90 verse 12. I'm reading for the King James Version. So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Praise the Lord. You see, that portion of the scripture is asking God to teach the writer to number his days appropriately so he can apply his heart unto wisdom. You see, so it is wise for you to structure your days properly. You have to number your days, and it is God that will help you to do it. You need to consult God. You need to use your time wisely because you see, if you abuse time, you are abusing life. As a matter of fact, you are abusing and wasting your life. You must understand something very important about this day and age that we live in. Right now, we now have the ability to basically carry the television in our pockets and everywhere we go. As a matter of fact, I'm using a smartphone right now to record this broadcast. And the smartphone also has the ability for me to watch an endless stream of videos. So this is how the world we are living in is now. We are caring about something that gives us access to unlimited videos. It is like carrying around every single TV channel in the world, every single place that we go. And since it is on a device that has multiple uses, even if you are not into television, because of one of the other multiple uses or functions of a smartphone, you would actually need to utilize a smartphone. It will be useful to you. So, even if you are somebody that you do not take phone calls yourself and you have a secretary, you will still probably need a ton of other features that are available on the smartphone. And that also means access. You're merely having the smartphone also means access to an unlimited stream of videos. Today, the people of this generation and everybody alive having such access to an unlimited stream of videos have fallen into the trap of having to watch videos at any point in time. Somebody can even send you an email or a text message to watch a video. So we are spending more time watching videos than ever before. And it can get into a lot of trouble and time and can really get time consuming because now on sites like a lot of the tube sites, they have studied your browsing history, they study your online activity, so they know what kind of videos you will like. So they keep recommending videos that you would like. And that means you just keep on watching videos and videos and videos and videos and videos. We are spending too much time watching videos. And this hinders our prosperity. This hinders our productivity. The mere fact that you can be going about your day in spite of what you have planned, then randomly, due to one link or the other, you find yourself watching a video, or as simple as having a thought. Back in the day, if you thought about a music video, that is you thinking about it. You did not have access to it until they showed it on television. Or even if you had cable, they had to actually show it. You see? But now you think of a song, you remember a song, and you're like, oh, you go online and you watch the video immediately. You see, you now have unfiltered and easy access to it. So you can watch any video, and if you have a subscription to a lot of all the Netflix like packages out there, that means you have access to an unlimited stream of movies, which was never so before. This creates a lot of time wasting. This is actually detrimental, because by the time you live your life this way, you may say, well, you do not take out time explicitly to watch online videos or TV. But the mere fact that you are watching it at random intervals during the day, when you sum the total of all of that up, that is just too much time. You know, an average movie is around 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 45 minutes for an average movie. So you can imagine all that time being spent. If you have an internet connection for 10 years or 5 years, you see, and you do not monitor or limit your online video time, that means that out of those 5 years, when you calculate the number of hours, keeping in mind that there are 24 hours in a day, so 24 hours make one day. When you calculate the number of hours, you will see that in 5 years, you spent like 2.5 years watching online videos. 2.5 years wasted watching videos. You see, so this is something that is a problem that a lot of people do not observe. I know that YouTube recently has added a feature on their app to let people monitor how much time they spend watching videos. And you can see that it has gotten that serious that a company that makes money from people watching videos is actually trying to get you to monitor how much time you spend watching videos, because people are spending too much time watching videos. It's better to be a creator of the videos that others are watching than for you to be a consumer who is always watching videos. You know, it's better to be somebody who makes movies or who writes movies than for you to be watching other people's movies and spending your life that way. The watching of online video has turned into a problem which is as bad as the cocaine epidemic of the 80s in America, and it is as bad as any other tragedy or plague that has hit mankind. You see, the fact that it may not seem so serious is actually something that makes it even more dangerous. It is the greatest enemy of productivity in this day and age, because a lot of people are spending time doing things like watching online video, spending time interacting with others and spying on others via social media and browsing the web aimlessly. You know, it's one interesting thing to see to the other. You just keep watching and watching and watching. What about your life? What about your goals? What about your desires? What about your dreams? What about your creations? What are you creating? You know, what about you? So it is very important that you make up your mind to assign a fixed time frame, either per day or per week. Limit it. This is the period that I will watch videos. I will not watch any video or watch any TV outside of it, no matter what. If you are browsing or something happens, a lot of sites now have a save to watch later feature. So add it to the save to watch later feature. And when that time that you've designated for you to watch videos comes, you watch those videos. But in the middle of your day, don't go off track because you see something interesting to watch and then you spend your time watching that. If you designate only 30 minutes a week to watch online videos and TV, you will not die. You will not die. No matter what interesting thing that you see within that period, you would also not die if you watch it days after everybody else has watched it. Just add it to the save later list and note that when 30 minutes has hit, when 30 minutes has passed, even if you are in the middle of what you are watching, a lot of video sites has a continue from where I stopped watching future. So end it there and return to what you are doing. I will advise you to replace the excess watching of TV and videos, which is actually making you dumber. You may not observe it, but you see, the mind, the human brain has muscles, you see, and during a lot of activities during the day, thinking, being creative, reading, and all those other things exercise the muscles of the mind in different ways. However, watching television, prolonged exposure to television dumbs the brain. It weakens the muscles of the brain. So the more time you spend watching TV and watching online videos, the dumber you get. Even your vocabulary changes. It is no longer intelligence. You cannot compare the vocabulary of somebody who is a reader with the vocabulary of somebody who is always watching television. You will see the difference. You will notice that there are certain words that are very sophisticated or not commonly used that are used by readers that are not in the vocabulary of those who are always watching TV. You see? Because reading books exercises the mind, and when you read books, it makes you think, it encourages you to think, and you often come across words that you have to look into the dictionary, and you come across words, and words are expressed much differently. So constant exposure to the grammar and the level of intelligence that is being expressed and the way that intelligence is expressed in books rubs off on those who are always reading books. So their vocabulary, the way they speak, the way they talk, and the way they go through their own critical thinking process is extremely different from somebody who has prolonged exposure to videos, online videos and TV. So you see, online videos and TV is actually killing your productivity and jeopardizing your future. That is something that you must understand. I will advise you to replace it with listening to music. Listen to classical music or jazz music or music that is just instrumental. If you are somebody who your mind has been wired, maybe you have been listening to hip hop or R&B, just download R&B instrumentals only or hip hop instrumentals only. And I mean 90s hip hop or old. I won't advise all the modern ones or even most of the rock and roll instrumentals because all of that is noise. So it takes your mind in a different direction. But something that is calm and soothing like jazz music, instrumentals, or classical music instrumental is actually good, and it helps you to actually relax your mind so you can think and you can plan better, and also you can read If you are somebody who is not used to reading, or used to be used to reading, but you are no longer used to reading, you can put on your classical music app and let it play. Now we have access to unlimited music, just like you have access to unlimited movies via subscription services like Netflix. There are a lot of subscription services out there. The music subscription service that I use right now, it's actually free. Not to mention, there are also a lot of free online radio, so you can get an app that has online jazz or online an online jazz radio station, or an online classical music radio station, or something that is just instrumental. So since your mind is used to hearing something and seeing something visually, let us cut off just the visuals so that the visuals can be implanted by your creativity and you can actually think. But since you are used to listening to something, because expecting you to just jump off from watching television 24 hours to a life of more being more introspective and reading is going to be difficult for a lot of people. So you can replace that with music, and particularly emphasizing music that does not have words. Otherwise, the words will distract you and might even interest you or pull you towards looking to watch the video of the song or something of that nature. It will also put pictures in your mind, because you try to imagine what the song is talking about. That is why instrumental music is best. And you may have noticed I have not chosen gospel music, because gospel music will now drive you towards worshiping God. I'm just talking about music that you need to use to replace times that you watch TV, so that you can use for another productive activity, mostly thinking or being creative or working, doing something, making something with your hands, being useful, doing something productive and helpful. That change is of extreme importance. So replace that with music. I've told you to get online music apps. There are also online streaming apps that, even though they have paid options, they have free options with ads that may play, and with that you can actually still be very productive. Your mind is still being stimulated by sounds that are going on, but you can still have that freedom to really think and be creative, read and do whatever it is that you must do. That is something that you must look into. To get more information on this and to look into this topic in depth, you will have to go to pastoralfred.com and subscribe. There you will get alerts of new books that I have coming out and books that I've already released. A lot of the information that I talk about in this series are actually gone in depth in my books. They'll be a blessing to you. If you like the audio series, you will definitely love the books. The books, in fact, are meant for you. You should get them. Also, be kind enough to check out the clothing store on pastoralfred.com so that you can get some of the products in my clothing line. No matter where you are in the world, you can place your order and they will be delivered to you. There are sweatshirts, there are t-shirts, there are all kinds of clothing there. Check them out. Get them for yourself, get them for your friends. Once again, thank you and God bless you.